coming here and on a Monday evening and giving you valuable time. So without wasting any further time, let me quickly start with the panel discussion. So let us have a quick self introduction from our panelists. So over to you, Mr. Sameer.
Hi, my name is Apurv Bansal. I am a chartered accountant and did my MBA from ISB, Mohali. And I am a co-founder of MB NextGen, where we take care of digital transformation, KPO, serving to NASDAQ listed clients, and an investment banker.
Hi everyone, I am Sharma. I am currently the founder of YouEngage and another B2C startup called Shoutflow. This is my second startup innings, you can say. Earlier, I sold a company called TryDeal to Paytm in 2015. Have been fortunate to be at multiple places across the globe. I have stayed a few years in Bay Area, then got to work in Bangalore and then Paytm. But all innings keep on leading me back to Punjab, which is my home state. My hometown is Gurdaspur district, and the intention has been to keep on building something from the region.
Hi everyone, my name is Anoop Luthra and I am from a city called Batala, district Gurdaspur. So I am a founder of two ventures. One is Velvet House, it's deal with ready-made garments, and second is Vesta Institute. Apart from that, I have also explored a lot of things about human potential and research a lot of things in this field. Thank you so much.
My first question is to all the panelists. So what is your investment criteria and what do you look for in a startup before investing? So we can start with that.
Thank you. So basically what I look is more of a co-founder or founder who is the capabilities of his or her, what kind of education he has had or anything which he has a proof of concept. So most important is the founder, then comes the business, whether he knows about the business trends, what he wants to sell, what is strategy to scale. As Sahil told us that scalability is one of the key for the startups. So we look when the entrepreneur can scale this business or not, what is his idea behind it, what he knows about his business, what his key strengths. So that's my idea.
When you say about the scalability, like how much scalable you expect a business to be?
Scalability has no upper cap. Scalability can be any number. You have seen in India as well, every startup has scaled up to any n number of turnovers like Nike or anything. So scalability has no limits. If you put a limit, then what's the point of scalability?
And which is your favorite sector? Could you talk about that sector? And any particular personal interest in any particular sector?
Nothing like sector-wise, but anything which is scalable, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think he has already covered a lot of things. See, some of the cliche criteria already remain. As an investor, honestly, I'm playing two different roles. One is, I myself is a startup founder, right? This same intention, we haven't raised any money. We have been profitable for good 3 years now, right? But when I put my literally, investor hat, so the first criteria always remain how this is scalable idea or the market or so-called the word, total addressable market is there, right? Even above that, I think what he mentioned, right? For me, the founding team and the founders are very, very critical, right? See, because the kind of times we live in, there's a high probability that we might not find ideas again who will last for a decade or decade, right? So the founders need to have the resilience, the openness, if can they pivot on the right moment or no, right? We're literally seeing companies perishing within 12 months to 18 months or even lesser than that, right? So do founders really have the right acumen to read those signs, right? Also, do they really have some unique perspective about the ideas, right? Are they smart enough to understand the signals, from the customer, from the market, from the investors, and also are they, while putting money, right? See, I think I was just talking to one of the startup founders of pitch today that as an investor, I'm always looking for some X returns. अगर मेरे को कुछ परसेंटेज रिटर्न देखने होंगे तो मैं ट्रेडिशनल एसेट्स में डालूंगा, मैं गोल्ड बाय करूंगा, right? मैं FD में डालूंगा, मैं probably stock market में भी डालूंगा to some extent. But while putting money into startups, of course, investors are looking for returns which are multiple X, right? If the founding team doesn't have that direction or that vision or that openness to learn it, right? I don't think so. I'll be the right person to put money into that startup.
Which is the favorite sector? So you also have some sector?
See, favorite sector, currently I have some direct portfolio of around 8 to 9 startup and some portfolio via 2 of the funds, right? Haven't been very rigid about the sector, but I think being a techie, I keep on going towards SaaS businesses for some reason, right? Internet first businesses for some reason, but yes, have invested in some D2C startups as well. Some so-called buzzword like AI startups as well, but I think I'm able to resonate more with SaaS tech startups.
Thank you so much. What to Apurv now?
Well, our traditional business is debt funding. So my father keep on doing it. We fund a lot of colonizers and a lot of local businessmen. It is purely we charge debt interest 2% to 3% interest from them. So I want to enter into this equity market. Right now still I am learning that how I would able to invest, how I would able to find out more and more people. So if I see what I look in them, I will see the mindset of a person, and the most important thing is the passion behind that person. Because if they have passion to do something, they will always find that missing links, and they would connect the dots. This is what
you
I'm
were looking for investment opportunities. Punjab Angel Fund is the right platform, so you're at the right place. So my next question is to Apurv. So Apurv, what to do when the startups love the same love for the as the founders do?
Nice question. So basically, if you see the example like Blinkit, initially Devinder Goyal owned 9% of the stake, and afterwards he sold his stake, and Zomato bought this Blinkit. And so basically, nowadays founders are looking where they can scale their startups or investment portfolio with their existing startups.
Some of the companies who resided out of UK as well, US as well, Bangalore. One I found in Panipat, right? I don't think so. There should be any mind blockage about it, right? But yes, now fortunately I'm seeing a lot of new investors, especially in a deeper part of the region, who are cash rich. Probably you already have right network to it, right? They are opening about the idea to invest into startup as a new class. Traditionally, they have been investing in gold or real estate and some other assets, but now people are becoming more and more open about it, and I actually see a lot of synergy happening about it. I think me and Apurv were talking about it. So let's say Apurv, as a CA and a family business, he's already in touch with thousands of corporates and traditional businesses, right, who are cash rich, right, on one hand. On other hand, Apurv is also in touch with a lot of new age startups, right. So now this happy equation can be bridged by catalysts like him, right, and trusted people like him. And if there's a trusted person from the network, then the geographical limitation will simply go away, right? Because let's say a family from Ludhiana is already working with Apurv and their family business for let's 2 decades, right? If Apurv say that okay, I vouch for this startup who's residing out of Mumbai, there's a high probability they will listen to him, right? So that gap is bridging, right? And I think I'm kind of very optimistic and very bullish about the fact that I'm going to see a lot of investments coming out of Punjab region, especially in coming way.
How much foreign investments do you think will be coming to India in next decade? So are you optimistic about India?
And I'm overly bullish about Bharat's story, right? So unfortunately, whatever happened in China, right? COVID and post-COVID, right? So I think the whole global attention is of India right now, right? And I think somebody in the last panel I heard talking about it, the government has actually become hugely supportive about it, right? If you look at the Bharat tech stack, the kind of initiative which are coming up, right? It was a dream for IT companies a decade ago or 2 decades ago. Right now, I'll take example of us. only. So UEngage is a part of Bharat Tech Stack initiative called ONDC, right? So in fact, we are the only company of the region who's part of ONDC, right? So those ideas are actually being noticed globally by everyone, right? After UPI's success, the government is very bullish. UPI is going to multiple countries, right? And ONDC, I'm equally optimistic, is going to be very successful, and eventually it's going to be in multiple countries, and that is automatically going to attract a lot of foreign capital back in India.
So we can conclude that the next decade is of Bharat.
Yeah, definitely. I recall I was in US for the first time for 2008, I remember, right? And at that time, India was looked up to as a back-end office, right? So we were always back office people, you know, for support, for KPO, for BPO, and a lot of other things, right? There's a Chandigarh founder who is shifted to SFO, right? So he was here last month, I was talking to him, and he was telling me that, you know, now the nomenclature is, if you don't have an Indian techie in your co-founding team, there's a high probability you are not even going to put money in your startup in SFO, right? So I think that stance has changed a lot in last 1 decade.
Thanks a lot. So over to you, Anoop. So Anoop, for you, my question is like, what is money and how can we attract more money in our life? So,
Well, it is $1 million question. What money is and how we can attract more money in our life? So, I think as far as I have read that money is purely an energy. Money is already available in this realm of invisible quantum realm. Money is already available. All it needs is conscious observer. See, what is happening is we all are living in lack. We all are keep on focusing on what we don't have, so that lack would not create abundance in your life. So we have to change our mindset, because if you keep on thinking in the past, the predictable past would become your predictable future. If you want to change the outcome, if you want to earn billions of money in your life, then you have to change your vibration, your frequency in life. So how can we do that? We can only do that when you are living in that future. See, how would you feel when you have $1 million or $10 million in your bank account? How would you feel? If they said, ma'am already said, fake it till you make it. So you have to feel that you already have that kind of money in your account, or things are working out in your business. If you keep on every day, we wake up and we keep on thinking the same things, that the problems we have in our business, HR issues, cash flow issues, your product is not selling out. So these all problems, your vibration and frequency will attract more of these things, and you keep on having the same problems again. It is kind of a loop. So you would fall into that trap. So the only thing I want to say is you have to change your mindset first and your present or past behavior. You have to be a new person in order to get new business opportunities, new people, and new money in your life. That's it.
I do believe we should have self-belief, and there's a good power of manifestation. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So one last concluding question for everyone, all the panelists. So one piece of advice you would like to give the startups and also for the investors. So please.
So the one piece of advice is, see, we are living in a country where everybody is running behind the rat race. We keep on looking at our neighbors, our relatives, our friends, what they people are doing. Here, the trend is very less. We have to focus on what you are good at. You have to introspect yourself. What are the things which you can do better? You have to self-explore first, then only go for that kind of a business. Don't randomly pick your career, your business, your relation, everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Samir, now.
So I think for the startups first. So for startups, I think it's the best time to start any business in India, right? It doesn't have to be only startup, right? But and I mean traditional business as well. It's a very favorable environment, right? We are a country with highest Indian population right now. We are a country with the youngest population right now. We are a country with huge number of growing digital transactors right now. right? So we are living in an era where you can build a business while sitting at a border town of Gurdaspur or Amritsar and sell globally, right? So I think this is the time to launch a business from India. That's one. For investors, I think I'll just speak about, because it is Punjab Vision Network. I'll only speak from the perspective of Punjab. I think Punjabi investors need to start looking very optimistically, at this asset class, right? ट्रस्ट मी आई थिंक जो मैंने पहले भी एग्जांपल प्रूफ के साथ दिया है, तो आपके बहुत सारे ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेसेस के लिए दिस कैन बी अ वेरी लॉजिकल एक्सटेंशन, राइट? दे कैन बी अ वेरी पॉपुलर, वेरी ह्यूजली सक्सेसफुल कैश रिच फैशन बिजनेस लुधियाना, राइट? बट दे माइट बी स्ट्रगलिंग राइट नाउ विद द फैक्ट कि एक जेन ज़ी कस्टमर को कैसे एक्वायर करेंगे, एंगेज करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, राइट? एंड ऑन द अदर एंड देयर आर स्टार्टअप्स, राइट, हु अंडरस्टैंड street wear, who understand new age technology, right? अब ये दोनों के लिए एक हैप्पी इक्वेशन है, right? दोनों को ओपन माइंडेड होना पड़ेगा. एक स्टार्टअप को भी मानना पड़ेगा कि ठीक है, मेरे को यार फंड चाहिए, मेरे को कैश चाहिए, और प्रॉब्ली एक supply, I mean lot of things you need as a startup, right? On other end, that traditional business house might be sitting at 1,000 crore cash, right? लेकिन वो 1,000 crore का कैश आगे में stagnant है, right? That money is just lying over there, right? But while putting into such new age ideas, right? So your own traditional decade-old, multi-decade-old business houses can actually be pretty global, within few years, right? So I would just say, please be open-minded with the fact, right? Do some experiments, do for the sake of the region, do for the sake of your own growth, right? It's going to be a very interesting ride in coming years in India.
Thank you so much, Sameer. Now, over to you.
Thank you. So I was talking to someone outside who is into FMCG branding, and my advice was that if you are asking money for manufacturing and your strength is the brand, so you should know your strengths. The founder should know his startup's strengths, what he wants to actually sell, what he wants to solve the problem. So he needs to clearly identify the problem or the strengths in his startup and the revenue model. If he is confused in this, then there will be a tough time for a startup. And for the investor, do use the platforms which are available for investing, like PAN, or you can co-invest with some who knows the knowledge of startups. And you should also try this investing in startups.
With this, we conclude this panel discussion. Thank you so much for having us. Thanks a lot to all the audience for giving their valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to all the panelists.